Good morning, everyone. It's me, Larry, again. So, today I decided to bring to you something different. You have probably seen hear my audio for the last few days or for the 1 week. So, as you know, I always like to try new things, right? So, today I want to change a little bit of different format for me to communicate with you. Hopefully, this is going to give you a surprise morning. All right. So without further ado, let's start this topic for today. All right. So today I want to talk about quarterly business review, or we can call it QBR in short, or some of us we probably call it periodic review meeting. Some of it we call a half yearly review meeting. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is basically you do a review with a customer that is on a regularly basis. As you know, those very important customers, those that you really want to keep them. They produce a lot of print volume. Those that have a lot of devices, those that are very strategic customers for you, or those that probably potentially future can give you a lot of revenue. So those are the customers that you want to tie them up with. And in the later part, I'm also going to share with you how you can actually sell a QBR or use a QBR to help you to position differently as well. As we started the journey, what we want to talk about is how to be differentiate, right? So let me show you on the screen what is a QBR. How does a QBR looks like? Yep. So this is how a QBR looks like, or you call it quarterly business review or periodic business review. Commonly, it will have like 3 or 4 or 5 quadrant in a maximum in a single slide. So what does it looks or compare? It normally compare an effect of before versus after on a few elements. So very commonly, customers in MPS, they look into cost savings and paper usage. On automation or DMS kind of review will be normally the time spent or time saved or improve in terms of improved productivity wise, what has been improved on a specific task or a specific workflow. All right, and for both of them, you will also contain of what are the next course of actions to be done before the next review is due again, which is probably the next 3 months or the next 6 months. So some commonly service managers will ask us, or service delivery managers will ask us, how long is this kind of meeting? Frankly, there's no specific time defined. It could be as less as 30 minutes or it could be as long as 2 hours. Personally, I have sit into a QBR meeting that lasted for 4 hours as well. So it all depends on the topic of discussions, right? And how frequent does it take? I would say after implementation, normally it will take like probably every 1 month. And once the project getting more stable, you probably review it after 3 months. And when you and the customer jointly feel that you don't need to have a quarterly business review for 3 months, you can probably extend to half year or maybe in a year's time. So it doesn't really matter. But I would suggest, try not to do it more than a half yearly basis, because that's where very important for you to keep in touch with your customers, right? Knowing what they are doing, knowing what they are up to, it will give you additional opportunities to do upselling opportunities as well. Yeah, so this would be the next point why I want to talk about. Why QBR? Now, when we do with existing customer, you constantly know that where the customer is heading to, or maybe there are some change in terms of business requirement or directions. You are very much in touch with the customers and you can add value at any time. And of course, when the time matured or when the time is appropriate, you can try to position something that you have. Like for example, if that is your MPS customers or OPS customers, you can actually upsell them with your document management system, with your security solutions, with your workflow, and probably drive them into robotics, process automation, or chatbots, vice versa, right? So I think even one of the very common question that I ask, especially when we do training in the past, is like, if the customer don't ask, do we give QBR or do we do QBR review with the customer? My answer will always yes. Even if the customer don't ask, you should be proactive to submit your so-called report cards to your customer, because uh, this is where your customers will feel that you are very trustable and reliable, because you don't need the customers to chase after you, and you are willingly come back to me and tell me that where is going wrong, and you have the idea where to fix. So it saves a lot of time and effort for our customers to actually follow up with you. And rest be assured, customers would very, very much like this, right? Yep. So coming to my favorite part again. Now, QBR, it's basically one of the differentiator for us, regardless it's OPS or MCS. So we should actually proactively propose to customers, right? So, and how do you use it is normally, when if you or your guys are when in sales, especially in RFP, you need to try to put it into, I think OPS wise is already one of the norm that you have to give a QBR. But a lot of customers will also ask, all your competition will also doing a QBR. What is making you so different? Now, with what we explained just now, I think you can actually grab some point to tell them this is how you actually going to do it. A lot of times, customers don't really care that how you actually doing it, but if you are able to explain in this way, that means the customer can trust you know what you're talking about, and you know what you are basically doing. And that at the same time, you are actually creating another question mark for your customers. Can your competition do the same or not? Whether it makes sense or not, that is going to create a fear in the customers, and that is the impact that we think as a successful salesperson you should be able to do this point. All right. So yeah, guys, I think that's all I want to share for this topic, QBR. This is one of my favorite topic, and this is always one of my favorite differentiator. With a lot of competition, and we always did this successfully. I suggest you guys to try it out. All right. So yes, guys. So I'm trying out this new gadget, this new apps as well. So I hope probably this is going to give you a surprise morning and a lovely wake up call. Let me know how it goes. So and also please feel free to comment below if you think that audio clips is better. If you want me to continue to do it in audio clips, probably it's going to save some storage, some bandwidth, and I will change to that for you. Or if let's say if you think once sometimes you may want to see this kind of video, if this is going to help you in terms of understanding, let me know. I would like to hear you out, and I will try to make my time to do this kind of video to you as well. All right, but please don't hold me for the obligations of always producing this video. I think as time, this kind of COVID time is very difficult, and sometimes we are working from home, sometimes we are working from office, but we will try to do our best on a daily basis, try to give you a small piece of information. Hope it helps in every day of your selling habits, help you to do selling or managing your customers or managing your projects much better. All right, guys, thank you. See you soon. You will have a very good day today. Bye.